Good evening. I am at that stage in the day when I am totally happy with what I've achieved this week. I can honestly say that I feel good about how I received my in-laws this week. I've sent them away with a feeling of being honored for who they are, and that's not easy when you're the daughter-in-law. Let's be really honest, it's not easy. That I've honored them, and that in the process I've stood up for my family and honored my family too. And I have to say that I feel like I've done a freaking awesome job about it. And so I am now basking in the glory of a good week spent with my in-laws. A really good week. One of the best weeks that we've had, let's be honest. And I'm looking forward to rinsing and repeating that process when my brother-in-law, so Hein's brother and his wife and their son Tyne, come in 3 weeks' time at the end of November. So I really want to see if I can pull this off again and honor them and their energy and bring their energy into my house and see some really deep relationships happening and watching it happen in the moment now. So honoring everybody and being truthful about who we are, and understanding that my energy needs a lot of lightness. And I struggled this week to continue keeping up my pace and not conforming, and also to keeping up with juicing and not conforming to eating what everybody else eats. Like, I'm highly adaptable, right? So I'll do what other people do just because I'm curious and also because I want to make them happy. But it doesn't really help me. And this week I've managed to pull it off like 75% of the time, which I'm really pretty impressed with. That I've been able to keep my pace going. I'm a high-paced person. I like to move a lot through things, move constantly through stuff, and in a floaty way. But I also find that eating light is something that's very true to me. And so I've tried to keep with that. I've tried to keep with honoring my nature. And I'm really proud of myself. I have to say, I'm proud of the fact that I've been able to nurture my children's nature and my husband's nature and my in-laws' nature. I've been very nurturing and supportive this week of everybody, including myself. So I'm really pretty cool about that. I'm really proud of myself. And there was something that came up. My mum was talking about filling her love battery. And that's something from when I was little that she asked me to explain to you. And I've got to do it because it's just freaking hilarious. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it now. Spontaneously. Because that's the way I do stuff. So I'm going to put you down. See if that stays. Will you stay? And I'll come here. There you go. But can you hear me? I don't know. Anyway, so in my upbringing, my mum believed in filling everybody full of love, right? So she was the woman who had everybody's child come to into her house, and she would fill them full of love. And it got to a point where it had to, because I'm very playful, it had to be, I got tons of kids to come to the house, and my mum was like, how am I going to fill all these kids full of love and make them enjoy it? And of course it had to become a big game with me around. And because my mum is very playful as well, right? So she ended up having this giant dryer hose, those big round ones that have like a concertina effect on them, and she'll put them on each child's head and say blah 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 blah. It's the cutest thing ever. And when I had to do for my GCSEs what do they call it, a treasure trove of memories, right? I think that's what a treasure chest of memories. I mean, that's even exactly what it was. But you get one sentence for your GCSE art project, and you have to make something about it. If you're American, then not quite sure what I'm talking about. GCSEs happen at the age of 16, and the exams are for art in 1996 anyway. You had a portfolio, so you had your coursework, and then at the end you had an exam, and you had to do you got your paper beforehand, and then within that paper it would tell you what materials you could use, and you had like 3 options of what material, if you would choose a material, or if you would choose an idea, or if you would choose, I don't remember, or an artist. I think it was an art. Oh no, it wasn't. It was an artistic stream, right? So you could choose one of those 3 things, and I chose the idea, and the idea was, you know, a treasure trove of memories. And I made this plateau in clay, and then you take that, you research it, you get it, you prepare it, and then on the day of the exam, before it's out, you do it. And so I did this treasure trove of memories, and within that plateau of clay, I had like my teddy bear in a treasure chest, and then in the teddy bear is hanging out of the treasure chest, and then part of it is this big hose from a dryer coming out, because it was a big deal in my childhood. It was a huge deal, and it was a huge deal even up until this day. If you ask a lot of my friends, you know, they remember that my mom was big into love and passing on positive emotions, you know, positive healthy love emotions. And so that's what she was saying, her love battery is full, because she's feeling the love from around the world, which is really, really cool, right? So I'm really happy about that. So that's what I had to do. I was like, you just put this on these kids' heads and go full of love, full of love, full of love, full of love. That's a lot of fun, right? So yeah, we had a lot of fun when I was little. A lot of fun. Lots of moving around, which was good. Moving around, not as in moving house, but we moved a lot, which was good. So yeah, I've had a good day. I'm exhausted. Yeah, I think you always get exhausted when you're pulled out of your routine, and trying to deal. I mean, today I think that my in-laws really realized how much my children feel, right? Because my children are very young. They're 4 and 6. But I don't think they ever really realized that a lot of their, what they consider to be tantrum behavior, or stubborn behavior, is actually them being emotional, right? So they have an emotion that is just coming out, and they just want to express it at that moment. And today I think I hit the nail on the head when I explained, you know, they get that you're going, they get that this is what's happening, and one expresses it one way and one expresses it the other way. One will just fall asleep and cut herself off from it, and the boy will say, you know, I don't agree with it, and he will go mental. And I want them to hear me say the words like, I honor and I appreciate how you feel, and I'm not going to take that away from you, and I can't change it. But all I can do right now is make you feel comfortable. And so I give them their little snacks and their water, and I gave them something to read, or their iPad, or as many different options to make them feel comfortable as possible. And that's all I can do, really, isn't it? And lots of hugs, and like, do I need to carry you, or are you going to walk, or do you want me to change your shoes or change your clothes, or do you need clean socks? You know, like, really, all I can do is make you feel comfortable, baby, because I know that if I make a joke out of it right now, it's not going to help anyone. So I think it's a beautiful thing, being able to honor somebody else's nature, but also to honor your own nature and to love your nature. Like, I could make fun out of a paper bag, let's be honest. You know what I mean? So, but it's also really, really cool to understand other people's nature and what they need at that moment. And I think I've definitely hit the nail on the head this week. So bring it. I want more. I want to be able to do this again. I want to do it again and again and again. In the next few weeks, I loved that whole boxing therapy, so I'm going to do. No, I'm not trying to beat you up here, but I'm really looking forward to doing more exercises therapy, because the other part of me, when I talked about the perfectionist side of me, there's another part of me that wants to take one thing and drill down into it. So I'm going to drill down into that exercises therapy. So for the next 30 days, you're going to hear a lot of me talking about that, So I'm going to talk in a very fun way about random stuff, about people and things, but you'll hear me going on, like for the last 30, 40 days, I've talked about emotions and what it's done within me and how it's changed my inner world, how my inner world has worked. But for the next 30 days, I'm going to be talking about exercise as therapy. So that's the drilling down on one subject thing, and it can make people feel uncomfortable. I've noticed that. But it's another side of me. So I'll keep it light, bright, and happy, but there's another part of me that drills down on one subject. So I'm going to be drilling down for the next 30 days on exercises therapy and see how it goes. So I'm looking forward to doing this journey even more with you guys. Yeah! Much love.